News just in. The England and Wales Cricket Board has confirmed that Ben Stokes will not be travelling to Australia with the rest of the Ashes squad, with Stephen Finn receiving a call-up. More on this to follow in our main bulletin at 3:30. Port Vale's new manager Neil Aspin was far from the club's first choice. Vale owner Norman Smurthwaite has admitted the new boss did not even make the initial shortlist.
I did narrow it down to 3 candidates, which Neil wasn't one of them on Saturday morning. But because I'd spent so much time talking about him in a negative way, in fact, Mickey Adams actually asked me to open my mind a little bit more instead of being blinkered, because I didn't want to put the pressure on somebody who'd got such a important reputation in this football club to tarnish it by taking on what could be an impossible task. And between Sunday and Monday night, he convinced me that he's the man for the job.
Vale are expected to confirm a number of additions to their coaching staff before the visit of Grimsby Town tomorrow. StaffsLive understand that Gary Abbott is set to be the new Market Drayton manager, replacing Martin Davis after his shock departure on Tuesday. Davis was sacked despite a good run of form after 20 years association with the club, but says he hopes his replacement does well.
And everyone's upset, and I think rightly so. I'm not going to, I've got nothing against the manager that's coming in. He's been given an opportunity, and that's fine, and I respect him, and I hope he does well. I don't want them to fail, not in any way, shape or form. I want to do well for the club, and let's see what happens. But yeah, upset, angry, everything. It's been a funny all 3 days.
With the international break this week, non-league day takes centre stage in Staffordshire with a number of local teams in action over the weekend. Alsager Town chairman Tony Greer has encouraged fans to go support his side.
It's a top of the league game, we're third, Prestwich are fourth, so you'd like to think that people locally will come out and support us. Come down here and support the lads, and the finances obviously help to run the club, but it's important that the lads feel that they're wanted by the community.
That's all from me, Liam. Back to you. The England and Wales Cricket Board earlier confirmed that Ben Stokes will not travel to Australia with the Ashes squad later this month. Our reporter Stephen Dale has more.
This decision has been made by the ECB while Stokes remains under investigation following an incident outside a Bristol nightclub last month. Middlesex bowler Stephen Finn has been drafted in to replace him in the squad, which flies out to Perth on October the 28th. Confirming the details, England's Director of Cricket, Andrew Strauss, said the decision was being made in the best interests of the squad. Although he won't fly out initially, it is understood this decision does not mean that Stokes could not join them at a later stage, perhaps in time for the first test at Brisbane on November the 23rd.
Port Vale chairman Norman Smurthwaite has issued a rallying cry to supporters ahead of new manager Neil Aspin's first game in charge tomorrow. Grimsby Town visit the Valiants, and the chairman is urging fans to get behind the team.
Hopefully this Saturday you might want to come and support, if only for one game, 2 people who have got legendary status at this football club. If you get behind those 2 and the players begin to see the true depth of support that this club has, maybe they'll actually start to perform like they should do as players, instead of the fragmented approach we seem to be having at the moment, which puts us in the position where we are at the table.
Non-league day takes centre stage this weekend in the absence of top-tier football. Leek Town are one of the local teams in action as they face Lincoln United in the FA Trophy, and boss Neil Baker has urged local football fans to make the trip to Harrison Park.
The club have promoted it well, no Premier League football, and hopefully one or two will come along that don't normally, and they'll be surprised how much they enjoy it. The people that I've spoke to, I know 1 or 2 lads that go to Stoke who will be coming down tomorrow. I know that they enjoy the non-league football. It's honest. They see a competitive game every week. 22 players giving of the best.
Also in FA Trophy action are Newcastle Town, but their general manager Jeff Eccleston is worried non-league day may not be a success for them this year.
Can't give anything away tomorrow because the powers that be, the FA Football Association, making non-league day as it is, go and put the FA Trophy on the same day, where you can't reduce admission prices. So we can't do much on the gate, but it's normally put about between 40 and 60 extra people on our gate on non-league day, where we've been able to reduce the admission price.
Alsager Town chairman Terry Greer has been disappointed with the fan turnout this season, even with the side back to winning ways.
If I'm honest, we struggle to get the sort of support from the local community we'd like. It's a small town and we'd like to think that more people from the town would support us. There's probably 10,000 people live here and we get 70 or 80 people. We tried most things, free passes for the kids from schools and advertising in the town, but people kept saying to me that if you get a winning side they'll come and watch, but we've got a winning side, it hasn't really made a difference.
Elsewhere, Stafford Rangers travel to Grantham Town in the Evo Stick Premier League, and Hensford Town are at home to Witton Albion. More and more women are getting into American football. Staffordshire University student Natasha Crump says the Diamond League is having a great impact on participation.
The women's game is growing. Diamond Series is the 11-a-sides women kind of series that happens once a year. But I guess that shows how the women's game is growing and developing. Instead of having trials like they did for GB last year, they made it more open to anybody so that all the women could get involved. They're learning how to play 11s, which is great, which is the development side of it. But this is with the hope that one day the women's game will actually have an 11s league.
St George's Park Football Centre celebrates its 5th anniversary on Monday. Our reporter Josh Dainty spoke to General Manager Holly Murdoch on the impact the complex has had.
Obviously we've had a great summer with our development squads, the under-20s winning the World Cup. We never really had a physical home before St George's Park was built. Our squads would use facilities around the country, providing them with a base, with a home, with a consistent training environment. You'd like to think would have a positive impact on their performance. Obviously there's loads of different factors that add into that, but we're doing all we can here as the venue to support them.
The For All Cup Day on Monday will bring together the local community to celebrate 5 years of work and development at the centre, with events including a 5-hour football tournament that will include the Staffordshire Fire and Rescue Service.
We have lots of local teams coming in and using the facilities, so we're running a huge 5-a-side tournament. We're really keen to work with the local footballing community and welcome people to use our facilities. We have an ongoing programme. Monday is really a big celebration. We're really, really proud to have the centre here. We hope the local footballing community are proud to have the centre here and enjoy using the facilities.
Stoke City midfielder Joe Allen will hope to take a step closer to World Cup qualification with Wales tonight as they travel to Georgia for a must-win tie. A win for Chris Coleman's men will put them on course for a first finals appearance since 1958. In Formula 1, Lewis Hamilton will be hoping to extend his championship lead over Sebastian Vettel with a victory in Japan this weekend. Hamilton leads Vettel by 34 points with just 5 races remaining. With rumours that it may be a wet race in Suzuka, Hamilton could find himself in his element on Sunday afternoon. Back to you, Liam.